Oh, yeah. Freak out. Yeah, I'm looking right into the video scope, And this is Macho Man, #1 Macho Man impersonator, past, present, future, yeah. And I'm here to tell you, you are watching 49er Minded with Bashar. Yeah, the cream of the crop. Dig it?
49er Minded. It's not just a thought process, but a way of life. 49er Minded. 49er Minded. Can't shake it. It's 49er mind that I got. It's 49er shine that I got. My psyche's on another Frisco Super Bowl. Don't sit slow, cause here we go with a super show. A red and gold session. About a red and gold obsession. With some well-controlled expressions. Let's talk about that win that we got. Who should have been in the spot? That's how they spin in the spot. Let's roll that back, all that crack, all that straight fumble sack. Or just dial it on up if you wanna talk smack. It don't matter what the storyline, as long as the story aligns with a 49er mind. 49er minded. It's not just a thought process, 49er minded, but a way of life. For sure. 49er minded. Way of life. 49er minded.
Oh, can't hear you, Bashar. You're on mute.
We'll go. We are here. We're live. Welcome to another edition of 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. We got my special guest tonight, first-time guest. Everybody give her a big round of applause. It's Red Gel. How you doing?
Hi, thank you. So excited. Yeah.
He's excited. Let's say what's up to some people who've been waiting. We got a few people waiting here. We got Jess from East Coast Red and Gold podcast. She says, hi there. Good to see you, Jess. Got to be there at the New York Giants game, the home opener of this season. And we really appreciate what she did for all the Niner fans that day. She was awesome. And Raphael 562 Niners is here. He says, what's up, Bashar, Red Jet, Shell, and everyone? Cool to see you. Just like and subscribe. Appreciate everybody like and subscribe. I tried to do the StreamYard thing to stream it to StreamYard, not StreamYard, to Instagram Live today, and I think I messed up in the setup, so it didn't work for me. I don't know, but if anybody wants to check my Instagram, they can go check and see if it's streaming live. I don't think it's working though, but no big deal. I'll get it to work next time around. And Randy Elite Daytona is here. Says Red Jet yell. He wants you to yell, I think.
Hey!
And there you go. All right, that's the best yell you're gonna get. He says, I'm starting to push. Who will come with me? Oh, that's something completely different, man. Oh, man. We all have those days, though. I'll tell you that much.
You're right.
Man, how you feeling? How's it feel to be here on a Victory Monday?
I'm feeling great. I know I'm excited to talk about it. I mean, we've won 6 in a row. Oh, my God. We went from 5-3 to 11-3. How about those Niners? Let's talk about it. Let's go.
Yes, I mean, that... When we hit that little slump early in the year, a lot of people were doubting this team, doubting Brock Purdy, doubting the defense. You name it across the board. We had a couple of hiccups with some injuries too at one point, and people were saying that's the reason why we lost. You can say it's part of it, but I'm not saying it's the ultimate reason either. I mean, the first time around against the Browns, we missed a field goal, and then we ran into some shaky little grounds that we didn't run into in the Brock Purdy era, so to speak, and. It was just a weird stretch of games in a row where things were not clicking, things were not working. But, I was just saying after that 3-game slide, I was like, especially I was talking about Purdy in general, but also the team. But it's like, let's see how he responds. Let's see how we respond. It's not about losing itself, but it's all about how you respond. And so far, the team and Purdy, they've been responding with flying colors. So it's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun football. People were fearing the Eagles, and they're scared. They're this big, bad team, and they got these obnoxious fans in Philadelphia. They got this obnoxious coach. But, hey, we went in there, and we did our thing.
And security. Don't forget the security on the sideline.
Security guard, Dom DeSandro, who's now banned from being on the sideline. So I don't know where he's going to be during the games, but it is what it is. We got 49ers Throwback is here. And Raphael says, and MVP Purdy, he's making his case for the MVP right now. I do agree that he's looking good, and he may possibly come down with that award. We will see. It's a little early right now, but I don't know when they get the award out. But I'm not worried about what the team does, to be honest with you. And
Same.
if a player wins an award, cool. They don't. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk that he didn't win an award. And I'm more worried about
Right.
we know how
it
to do
starts
these
another
matters.
war. It starts a war nobody needs to be a part of, right? Like it's not. We're talking about something that hasn't happened yet. We're talking about something where we still have 3 games left. We have an active game going right now where they're tied, and it's still anybody's game. I mean, there's quite a few teams at 10 or better. Us being one of them, Philly being one, Dallas being one, and then on the AFC side, they have their share. So it's still anybody's game. I mean, and we have a very important one coming up. So, and teams that are going to try to play spoiler. So we have to be mindful of that, right?
True, and we also got the Baltimore Ravens coming up, which is not going to be easy. But we did have a game this past Sunday. Some people in the content creating community they are able to make it out there. I know Raj, who I go on with from RSF 49ers on Instagram, he was able to make it out there. Gold Bar
nice.
Whiskey actually flew him out there. He's pretty fortunate to have that sponsor and for them to take care of him like that. Mariah from 49 Faithful League Podcast was out there, and I was looking at their little social medias to see what they were doing. So I wish I could have been out there too. It'd have been nice. That'd have been a really, really fun game to go to.
Right. Yeah, it looked like a fun one.
And then you see the crowd, and it's just nothing but Niners fans in that crowd too. And some people were like, "Oh well," somebody texted me, "Is like, oh well, Arizona Cardinal fans they wear red jerseys too." But I mean, I literally seeing everybody cheering on a big Niner touchdown, so I know that was Niner fans.
Exactly. It's like they wear red, but our red is different, right? They got that burgundy red going on, but ours is like a winning red, right?
Yours is almost like Stanford Cardinal, if you think about it.
Yes, it is.
Like
I agree. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Very, very close. We got Sentinel Football Channel. What's up, bro? Because he says, "Yo," makes it simple. Yo. And yeah, I mean, they were actually telling the Cardinals fans to wear white that game. I don't know what constituted why they were going to wear white. I know those were new white jerseys for the Cardinals as well. So I guess that's why that leveraged the 49ers to wear the red. We got CarCast 49ers Talk here. It says Niners levitating into the NFC West Division champs. It's a little inside joke between CarCast and I. We always make that little levitating joke. It's from a past stream. It's funny though. A CarCast is awesome, man.
That's funny.
Let's but before we get into that game really quick, I do like to get into my icebreakers because I'm your first time guest. And let everybody know how Red Jet Shell became a 49er fan. How did it happen?
Oh man, my mom was a fan. She went to all the Super Bowls. And a funny story, my mom worked at a school was a university called Golden Gate, and it was on Mission between 1st and 2nd Street. And the back entrance to her job was right at Market. So when the parade happened, all she had to do was go to the back, cross over, and she was right at the parade. She didn't miss anything. So she sees Montana and Rice and Dwight and Keena and all these people just passing right in front of her. And it's not like you had to, it's not like she had to drive or park or do anything. She was right there. She was on mission. So she could just go to all of it. And I have an autographed picture of Joe Montana from him to me. And I've had it since I was a kid. So I've been a Niner fan my whole life. And I lived in Oakland for 10 years, so I got a little silver and black disease, whatever it is, some Raider trash, but yeah, whatever. I have some Raider fans in my family, so house divided. But other than that, you know how it goes, right? So yeah, I've been a Niner fan my whole life. Yeah.
Nice. We got James Durnall here from across the pond, as some people say. He's over in the UK. That's not starting to look good for the Seahawks. Yeah, so I guess there might be some separation going on in the game. Do you have a little game update? The score?
I do. Let me see. They just went on commercial break, but I could do.
Okay. That's cool. Somebody in the chat can throw it up for us. No big deal. I do have to fix something really, really quick. Something just went on the line. So I'm not leaving you. I'm just gonna be right back. And give me about 20 to 30 seconds, and you can read the chat or just say whatever you want to say for the next it'll be probably less than a minute. Hang on, all right?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 49er Minded. I am a guest on his show. This is my first time being on here. He is awesome. He's a great friend of mine. If you haven't already, like and subscribe his channel. He also goes on with 49ers First Takes, and he also goes on with TED Talks Ball. So please follow those channels as well. I know Tardom, he and I, we have what we do. It's not a real show that I do, but it's his show. So follow Tardom as well. And I'm just grateful to be here. Our Niners are doing so well. I just hope that we keep this energy going. I hope that we stay where we're at and stay in this lane, because next Monday is not going to be easy. It's not going to be a fun one. So I hope we keep this energy. And look at that.
I hope I didn't take too long.
No, my
green
took
screen.
forever. Oh my God.
My green screen literally half of it fell apart. So I had to. God. There was a piece that I had to reconnect, and here we are. It's cool.
Oh
we are back.
The joke was on Tardom's show that it was getting so bad that I almost broke out the pictures of my Hawaii's.
There you go. They said something about baby pictures or something that you were going to show.
Yes, I was about to break out the baby pictures. Oh my God, because I went to the game with Miss Debbie on December 10th against the Seahawks, and I took a bunch of pictures and everything. So I was showing those, and then I started kind of like grasping for straws. I'm like, help me out. I don't know what to say. And I should know what to say. It's a Niners show, right? I should have plenty to say. But I started showing all these pictures, and then Bryant Culp came in because he saw the bat signal, because I'm like, I need help. And then they came in, and then the joke was, yes, she was about to show her baby pictures. I'm like, yeah, I was getting there. But the score is 17-10 Eagles at this time with 3:09 left in the third.
There you go. Let me see what's up to Nighthawk. He'd be a legend in these YouTube streets. That says, hello, everyone. Legendary caller from the Rombo Show. Let me ask you my next question. I got my little icebreaker questions here. It says, go Niners. What was your first game that you ever attended, your first 49er game?
Ooh,
if you remember, or your earliest memory of going to the Stick, let's say, if you can't remember your first game.
Earliest memory going to the Stick was watching the Niners against the Seahawks, and we lost. Ooh, we lost bad. It was like 33-3. It was bad. And it was like 13-0 at the half, and it went left and it never came back. And I'm like,
do you remember which era this was in?
2010, 11, 9, 10, something like that.
Was it the game that Vernon Davis got kicked out? Because if so, I was at that game.
No, it was before that. It was before.
Before that. Okay, so it was before we had Alex Smith.
Yes. Oh, no.
Okay.
It was during that era.
Okay. Because I was at a game where we got our ass kicked by JT O'Sullivan was the quarterback that game. Alex Smith was on the team, but JT O'Sullivan was the starting quarterback, and it was Mike Singletary's first game that he coached, and he kicked out Vernon Davis and did that whole "I want winners" speech, and we all know what happened. And then not too long after that, Harbaugh ended up being the coach, and it wasn't fun being at that game. Assuming it's the same game you went to. How about like a game that we won though? Do you have any memories of going to like a game we won at the Stick?
The Niners versus the Saints, January 12th.
There you go.
I think it was 2012, and I had never seen San Francisco. I had never seen Candlestick look like that. I had never seen people so happy. I mean, I know it had been a long time since we had a winning record. It was always 2-14, 6-10, 8-8, that kind of thing, and 5-11. And when we finally had some promise, it was like 7-9. Then we just took off, and it was like, damn, and when we won that game, it was just like, I don't know, it was something about that day. Like, it was the sunshine, it was hot. It never gets hot at Candlestick. It's almost always cold. And because it's right on the water, it's right there's the Bayside's right there at Brisbane and everything. So that day, it was just like, it was electric. People were just screaming and losing it. And when Deshaun Golson had punched that ball out, I think it was not the first snap, but the first series that they had. I mean, the fans just lost it. And when Vernon Davis made that third catch, that was it. You would have thought that was our Super Bowl.
You mean the catch three?
The catch three?
Yeah. You know what's funny though? This is just me as a Niner fan. People can have their own thoughts or whatever, but like for me with the catch, I just think that the only play that deserves to be called the catch is a Dwight Clark catch. Only because, well, obviously because it spawned the dynasty, right? But another reason is because that actually led us to go into a Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. The TO one, we didn't go to the Super Bowl. The Vernon Davis one, we should have went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
I was at the damn championship game, NFC Championship game.
Me too. I was there too.
You were at the Kyle Williams game too? Okay.
Yes. It was a whole different game. Like, it was freezing, it was raining, it was Oh, it was a nasty.
I was
That was
like,
a
when I was there, I was like,
nasty.
why didn't I go to the game the week before? Like, I was at that game. That it was just this weird,
Right.
eerie feeling in that Giants game. Like we
Yeah.
had the upper hand, and then just things
Yeah.
went wrong.
Aw.
And I hate to bring people down that road again, but yeah, it was an
I
experience
know,
for
right?
nonetheless.
Right.
Forgot why I even mentioned that, but let's just let's forget about that play. So there you go. That's her candlestick experiences. So she has plenty of other ones that were good. How about meeting Niner players? I know you met Patrick Willis. How about anybody else? Or
I haven't met anyone else. I think his
but
name was Dennis something. He used to
Dennis
be
Brown.
on. Yes, that's him. I have one picture of him in San Mateo. That's the
Oh, there you
that's the
go.
only
How'd
player
you
I
meet
have.
him?
Literally, I stopped to get some donuts, and I was sitting down, and he was riding his bike, and he just stops and comes in. I'm like, I know that guy. And I'm like, I'm pointing at him. I'm like, oh my God, I'm pointing at him, Lord. And he comes over and I have a picture from him from like 12 years ago. So that was interesting. But yeah, other than that, that was just some random thing. And then yeah, Patrick Willis last year, that was from week 6, that same year that we did the catch 3. Week 6 was my first away game experience when they went to Detroit. And Detroit was undefeated, and we had lost that one game in week 2 against Dallas at the time. So we were 4-1. So that was like the marquee matchup. And it lived up to its name because we went literally down to the wire, and then Delaney Walker hits that catch on 4th and goal, and it was over. So from that day till the time I met him, I just wanted to meet him because he was just strong. Like, he couldn't be stopped. I mean, the guy was in a cast and he was just tackling people. Like, that's my
Patrick
hero.
Willis is a 49er legend. I had the pleasure of meeting him at 24 Hour Fitness of all places on the basketball court. We got to run a pickup game. I didn't get to guard him like I wanted to. I thought it'd been fun to guard him, but
Oh,
we did
man.
play. He tried. I went up for a layup once, and this is back when I was a bit more athletic, and I jumped as high as I possibly could to do the layup, but I missed. And because he tried to block my shot,
Funny.
he didn't block my shot, but I missed. It is what it is. We got
That's so funny.
I was talking about memories of Candlestick. One of my good friends I used to tailgate with a Candlestick is here. Says, yeah, I can't do the yee. Yee. I think that's how he wanted to do it. Says, let's go. Nothing like the stick. There you go. He goes, that Detroit game was a classic. Alex on 4th down to win it. Yep. Never will forget that. Prove we were for real. I remember when he made that throw. There was some Alex Smith haters saying, oh, he made the wrong read. He made do you don't have the playbook in front of you? Like he threw a touchdown. What are you complaining about?
Right?
Man? I know, but that would have been a
Exactly.
fun game to go to. That would have been nice. I've never been to a Niner road game ever, so I
Oh,
think it'd be nice
wow.
to
Yeah,
go.
you got to go. Yeah. I mean, obviously don't go to Philly, right?
Yeah,
if you can, like I've never gone to Levi South. I want to. I
I'd
want
like
to
to
go to
too.
Glendale, and if they ever play, I've always said if they ever play overseas, I'm going. I want to go to London so
Oh,
bad.
when
Like
they
I
go to
really
London,
want to
yeah.
go
Well,
to
they have
London.
played overseas a few
Yes.
times, and we played in
Yeah, it's
Mexico.
just been a
That would
while.
be nice.
Yeah, they just been a while since they played in London, though. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I'd like to go to that. That'd be nice. London would be really nice. Well, James Durnall in the
yeah.
chat, he'd know all about that. Maybe he could be our tour
Hmm.
guide or something if anybody was out to go
Right.
there.
Right.
So let me is
Exactly.
gonna go a little. We were talking about your Niner experiences. How about growing up listening to hip hop? Who are your hip hop influences if you have one or two of them?
Oh God, so many hip hop influences, so little time. So Wu-Tang, Tribe Called Quest, E40, RBL, you name it, it was in my Walkman. Yes, I loved mixtapes. I used to, not the ones where you would wait for the song to come on the radio and then record it. So I would go buy those. If you guys remember, most of us are
Those
OG
were
or
my mixtapes. Those were the mixtapes that I had.
right,
And I
right.
record them
Or
off
go
the
to the
radio.
store. Yep, right. Or you go to the Tower Records and you buy the one song, the single tape, and then dub it off of that. Or I used to buy either TDK or Maxell because they had the best quality of tape. So I would grab whatever, tapes and whatever, and then I would just make a whole side A, side B, and that was my traveling music to and from school. And because I lived in Oakland, but I was going to school in San Francisco, so it was yeah, I was Bart. I had a BMW at a young age. I had Bart
Look
Muni and
at you.
walking.
You're
Yep.
living your best life at a very young age, driving a
I had the
BMW.
Bart. No, I wish Bart Muni and walking.
Oh, okay, okay. That's what it was called. Yeah, you had the Clipper
Oh,
card.
Right? I wish, right? If we had Clipper cards, then my mom wouldn't even have to worry about a bar ticket, right? So we had the old, when you get on the Muni bus, they would give you the transfer, or if you had the fast pass, and then the same thing in Oakland, they had like their version of the AC Transit fast pass. It was wild. Yeah, good time. Good times.
We got Daniel Armstrong in the chat. You might be a newcomer. If you are, that's cool. You're always welcome to come by and just hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend, as they say. I think Biggie for Smalls was the one who made that up. But yeah, it's always good to talk about Niner experiences. And our last little non-Niner question before we get into the recap of this game, beautiful game that we had in Arizona, is now to me, in terms of food and eating, nothing goes together better with football than pizza. And the ironic thing is I haven't watched a Niner game this season while eating pizza, so I still need to do that. Maybe this upcoming game. I think this upcoming game will be a good reason for that, a good excuse for that. But what's your go-to spot in terms of eating pizza? What pizza style or pizza flavor combo, so to speak, do you prefer?
I've always been a round table girl. Can't go wrong. But I'm a sucker for the mom and pops. You know, the holes in the wall. Nobody really knows about because they don't go there because the commercial ones always get the most popularity, right? Like, so it's Round Table, Mountain Mike's. I'm a combo girl, but I love barbecue chicken. I love garlic chicken as well. Pretty much the regular style pizza. I'll tear it up. I mean, I could do a whole, I'm a pig, so I could do a whole medium by myself. But King Arthur Supreme, his whole life, just saying. And with Mountain Mike's, it's the same thing, but it's called Mount Everest, which is pretty much the Mountain Mike.
Any combination at any place, even if it's a chain or a mom and pop shop, is always probably going to be my go-to flavor profile. I'm more of a New York style crust guy, but most of the local places don't do New York style crust.
Yeah.
Of course, I make my own pizza. I got a pizza oven, so a lot of fun doing that.
I'm on my way. Say less.
And but maybe one of these days, hopefully next time I either make my own pizza or I'll just order one. So I gotta watch the Niners and eat some damn pizza.
You do. You gotta treat yourself. Or if you're out here in the Bay Area, because I know you're up by Sacramento and everything, they don't have what's called North Beach pizza. So good. Oh,
we don't have that. Never had that before.
It is amazing. Any style you want, they got it. They have the calzones, the pasta, the garlic bread, the everything. So,
all right. So shout out to North Beach Pizza. So Daniel Armstrong says, hope and pray that we beat the Ravens on the Christmas night. Wish the Seahawks would step up and beat these Eagles too. Any score updates for us in the chats, or if you're watching Red Jet Shell, you can let us know. And just we could do a quick little update of the game, and then we can get into like what happened this Sunday in Arizona.
Yeah, so 17-10, Philadelphia, 41 seconds left in the third. So I'll keep an eye on it for us.
I see that end of the third quarter. There you go.
Yes, near the end of it now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked Philly today, so hopefully I'm wrong. I don't care. I don't mind being wrong today. But I did pick Philadelphia. I didn't want to, but
okay. So a lot of people going into this game, some people, a lot of Niner fans were either saying, hey, this is going to be a blowout. I predicted a blowout. I predicted 35-10. I was a bit off on my predictions, which is okay. I can live with that. Right. And some people were saying, oh, it's going to be a trap game, 23-20 or, 30-27 or something like that. So, I mean, we're watching this game. I'm watching this game, and there were a little bit of trap game vibes going on. I mean, to start off the game on the initial possession for the Arizona Cardinals, they had the ball first. They had a 10-play drive, 70 yards down the field. They had the ball for 4 minutes and 20 seconds, no pun intended. And, James Conner, the running back who tends to do well against us, just ran up the middle for a 2-yard touchdown on us right off the bat. And you could definitely tell. And we were missing our 2 starting defensive tackles.
Yeah,
we didn't have Eric Armstead. We didn't have Hargrave. And it was quite evident in this game.
Yeah. You could tell where they were missed, and you could tell where we were. I don't like saying we were okay without them, but you could clearly tell where they were needed. So, I hope we have them going into next game. But this game, I agree with you. Like, it did have the trap game vibe, but I love how we responded, like almost right away. there was a lot of miscues in that game, and yesterday's game. But I was so happy to see that they stepped up when they needed to, because we had that stigma of we can't play without this person and we can't play without that person, da 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 da. Because we had that 3-game skid, but we had 2 defensive people out. I want to say 3, but I believe it is 2. You are correct, and we were able to play through that. And keep the momentum and keep the energy high and keep the momentum going. So, and only 1 penalty. So that's really
only 1 penalty
really
on
good.
offense. There was only 1
Yeah.
offensive penalty, which is pretty amazing considering the sloppiness. I mean, aside from the success of this team, if you are going to rag on this team and say that there's something that's undisciplined about this team, or we're going to have to say that they need to work on this, is the penalties are just being horrible this year. But hopefully they fix that up, they clean that up. I know in the Eagles game when we went to Philly, we only had 3 penalties, so I can live with that. As long as they minimize them and work on it and just be, like for example, Dre Greenlaw. We love Dre Greenlaw, or Draymond Greenlaw, some people call him.
No,
but you just need to tone it down.
Yeah, just a little.
I already got one of those knots from you. I know you're always saying knot, and you had somebody's name to it.
We don't have time. I mean, 3 games left, and now this important game on Monday night. No, we can't have no more Draymond Greenlaw going.
No. At least, get it out of your system for the regular season, but this next stretch is very important, and especially when we get into the playoffs. So the ensuing drive, the 49ers had the ball in the first half. It was a 10-play drive, and there's a whole lot of Purdy, a whole lot of CMC, you could say. And we ended the drive. We had the ball for 70. It was a 75-yard drive, basically. We started the 25-yard line. We went down 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Purdy, the way he runs his offense, it's like clockwork. A lot of people were saying that, oh, this is going to be his first hometown game in Arizona. He was born 1 hour from the stadium. How is he going to respond? And he's got all his family friends. He better not mess this up. But he just looked like the Purdy that we all know this year. I mean, he just chopped it. Once he's on the field, it's like clockwork. I keep saying that over and over again. That's how it feels. Yeah. But right off the bat, the Deebo Samuel touchdown to the left side of the field for 12 yards. Nobody covered him. I literally watched the film.
No, he was
not
wide
one
open.
person. Yeah. Not one person was on him.
Nope. You're right.
And I guess that's what they say. We have all these weapons and all these people going in motion. And Deebo was on the right side of the field, and he went in motion to the left. And literally, not one person was in that zone.
Not one person covered him. Right. I was like, where are the Cardinals at? Okay, all right.
And,
it's like what Stephen A. Smith says.
I'll take it.
It's fluid.
It's fluid?
It's fluid. That's what he says.
That's what he says. Okay. All right. So, what else? Daniel Armstrong said, about Sunday with Seaborn, that pick six. Loved it. Oh, yeah. We did not have a pick six. We lead the league in interceptions, but we did not have a pick six all year long, which was pretty weird. And pretty strange. Yeah. I on my Friday prediction, I said that I thought that Ji'Ayir Brown would get the first pick six of the season for this team, and I was wrong with Mooney Ward, but it's okay. I'll take it. 49er Babe for life. Cool name. Says, what's up, 49er Minded? If I know who you are, identify yourself. I don't recognize the name though, but if that's the name that you always just go by, cool. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while though, if it's who I think it is, but great to have you regardless. And yeah, so that was the first touchdown drive of the game, and the following drive, the 49ers had the ball. They actually went on a 7-play drive, and it was only 2 minutes and 11 seconds. It was because we had this was the Mooney Ward play right here. There you go. It wasn't really a drive, but we intercepted them. I was like, okay, it's kind of weird. I didn't see where we punted or got the ball, but yeah, it was actually the ensuing play before that. It was I believe they threw a swing pass to one of the running backs on the left side of the field, or maybe a wide receiver. And Fred Warner, it looked like the ball bounced on the ground, but it looked like Fred Warner had recovered a drop pass as an interception, but the ball hit the ground. And I was like, damn, I thought Fred Warner had that interception. And
I thought he did too. I was like, oh shit.
That was on third down, and it was 4th and 3. And Kyler Murray was really confident, threw it to the middle of the field. I think he was trying to hit McBride, who had himself a game. Mike McBride was really nice.
He did.
And
he did. Him and Connor, they had decent games.
Yeah, Connor always has good games on us. I mean, it's always pretty good against us. He's just a strong, tough, physical runner. Yes, John LaJoy's here. Says, what's up? Says, hi, Bashar Red Jet. Appreciate you. Daniel Armstrong says, 49ers sent me $100 through Western Union yesterday for Christmas. I love it. They did. Well, okay. Did you have a bet with somebody, or I don't know? I wish they sent me somebody. That'd be nice.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Break bread.
All right, so that ended the first quarter. So it was just nice. We were 14, I believe it was 14-7 at that point, and I love defensive touchdowns. Well, Mooney Ward did have that interception. It was so cool because he snuck up on him. I don't know if you saw that or not, but he just totally jumped the route. Like he wasn't covering the guy in the beginning, but he backed off and almost let the guy open, and then he ran up, boom, picked it off. And when he ran with that ball, he looked like a wide receiver. He's got some explosion.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He really did. That was, I mean, it was awesome. Because I was like in between like two different things. So I'm like watching TV and doing something else. I'm like, and I had to stop and rewind. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Oh, so you missed it live? You didn't catch it live?
No, I saw it live, but then I like to go back and watch it again. So I'm like,
oh, I love doing that. I love
doing
that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I do it all the time. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
If it's some big play, I know they do their replays, but I prefer the real time replay where it's not in slow motion and where it's the same angle of where the play happened, basically.
Right.
Okay, here we go. It says it was the wife of George Kittle and Kyle J that sent it. I have a picture of George Kittle's wife. Oh, there you go. Cool.
Oh,
nice. Yeah, I was standing near George Kittle at training camp practice, but I didn't talk to him because he was signing some stuff for kids, and I did get some pictures with some players, but he was right in front of me. I should have said what's up to him, but I just like the fact that he was signing stuff for kids, so I kind of left him alone a little bit. And soon after, his wife came and grabbed him, and they ran off into the sunset or whatever. So that was that. E. Kim is here. Says, hey, Bashar, good to see you, bro. He's a known caller. I'm not sure if he still calls in on Grant Combe. I know he did. That's how I first knew of him. But good to see him in the chat. So second quarter starts, and the Arizona Cardinals go on a 10-play drive, 5 minutes, 11 seconds total for 40 yards. And Matt Prater hits a 58-yard field goal. You know, when these kickers line up against us, especially if it's in a dome or the conditions are like pristine, I almost feel like these kickers are just so money against us. I don't know if you get that feeling.
I do. I'm not going to lie. Anytime a kicker goes any more than 40 yards against us, I'm like, oh, crap. And it kind of segues into next Monday night's game. I know we're not really talking about it just yet, but Justin Tucker he's money. He can kick from one end of the football field to the other, and I'm like, oh boy.
Don't mention that guy, because if the game comes down to the wire, and I'm already saying it without playing guys like Justin Tucker, good thing that these games have been out of reach so that the kicking game isn't a factor. But if we were to play the Ravens and it came down to that kick and it's that guy that you just mentioned, Justin Tucker, I'll be like, oh, I would be freaking. I probably wouldn't even look at the TV if he was lining up the kick. Yeah, I'd be like, it's one of those. I've had a few of those in my lifetime where I could not see the kick. I looked away and like, oh, please don't make it. Yeah, right. But it just seems like the percentage of kicks are just really high against the Niners. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
They are.
So it looks like a few things. It looks like a few things happen in the Eagles and Seahawks game. Do you see anything happen on your screen right now? It looks
10
like
minutes left, 17-10 Eagles. It's 4th and 2. I think they're about to punt it away. And it looks like Drew Lock may have gotten sacked. Ooh, he landed hard.
Okay. He played pretty well against us, actually. I mean, Drew Lock is a player who I hadn't seen ever since his days as a Bronco. I believe it was the 2016 or 2017 season that he was a Broncos.
One of the fans was saying like he had never played. I'm like,
no, he played. It was just his first game in a long time. First game started.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
And we have one of my partners in crime here in the chat. We have Aaron for 49ers First Takes podcast. This Bash and Red Jet, what's up? I was briefing him before I went live, and I was I think I messed up the procedure, how to go live on Instagram. I dropped the stream key early, and it didn't. It's a special code that you have to put in to do a double stream on Instagram. I'll get it going next time. But when I was on with Aaron, we had it going, and we're probably the first 49er YouTube stream to have went live on Instagram from YouTube. So shout out to Aaron for doing that on his channel when I was on there with him. We got Nathan Banks. I'm not sure if he's related to Aaron Banks, but he says, hello all. Good to see you. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll definitely very much appreciate that on your end. And yeah, 49ers Throwback is here, just staying busy as always. It's good to see you though. And let's go back to the, we mentioned the field goal. And on the ensuing drive, the 49ers did have the ball after that, and they went 13 plays up the field, 55 yards. They only took off 5 minutes off the clock, and it was that short pass in the middle of the field to CMC. We marched down the field, and a little 5-yard touchdown for CMC, and CMC, Brock Purdy just doing his thing.
He's just gonna keep growing. He's just gonna keep progressing. I think that's all people want to see is progress. We're not trying to see perfection. We just want to see progress. And to answer your question, it is 4th and 9, and the Seahawks will be punting it away. It is still 17-10, 10:03 left in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
So
It's
yeah,
close. It's close. Anything can happen.
yeah. I mean, it's not over yet. They could tie it up. So got time. I think they have. Oh, they're down to one timeout. Seahawks have one. Oh no. Excuse me. They're about to kick a field goal. My bad. 43-yard attempt for the Seahawks. If they get it, it'll be 17-13. Philly with 10:05.
I was just talking about kickers.
So that's my bad. Doesn't it remind you of Brian Culp?
Oh, Brian Cole. Yeah,
Oh,
him and
gosh.
his Jake Moody fascination, and he's
The
always
kick
shouting out
lives
kickers.
matter.
Yeah, shout out to Brian Culp. When I was at the game with the New York Giants, he was sitting right behind me when we played the Giants, and Moody made a field goal. I made sure to record him right after Moody made the field goal, and he was like, "It's Moody season." He was actually wearing a Jake Moody jersey, probably the only guy in all of Levi's Stadium to wear that jersey, other than perhaps one of his relatives or something. But
wouldn't it be something if Moody hits a game-winning field goal and then everybody buys a Moody jersey?
It would be a great confidence booster for him. He does. One thing about Moody, he just always has this like down look on his face. It's like sad look. I don't know if that's just how he looks.
Yeah, very defeated.
Yeah, he's got this
agree.
weird. It does, like a lot of Niner fans, like when they see his face, they don't feel confident about him. That's all.
I just think
so did he make
the
a
more
field
he
goal?
does it, the more better he gets. Yes, they did. It is 17-13, 10 minutes left, fourth quarter.
Okay, there you go.
One timeout.
For tonight only, go Seahawks. I hate saying that, but I do have cousins that are from Seattle, and they grew up as Seattle Seahawks fans. And as the old cliche goes, it is what it is.
Well, I have photos with Seahawks fans from the 10th, and
I saw that you were sitting next to some.
Yeah, they came over, and the first thing they said was, "Okay, our seats are here. Please don't beat us up." And right off, we were instant friends. Instant.
So Seahawks fans are, I mean, aside from that Navarro Bowman bullshit that we saw where they were throwing trash at him, I've been to a few Niner Seahawks games, and I never ran into any moments where they were bad fans or anything like that. They've been pretty good fans. I don't know. I don't know what got into that crappy fan that portion of the fan base when they were throwing trash at Navarro Bowman in the NFC Championship game. That was despicable, and hopefully we never see that again. It just sucks that we were on the receiving end of it, but it is what it is. There's always weird things that happen from time to time in football games.
Right.
But that's a little Niner history. That's disturbing. We brought up the Kyle Williams game as well, and sometimes I do that. Sorry if I bothered anybody with that, but after we scored that on that CMC 5-yard touchdown, we forced the Arizona Cardinals to punt, and it was the end of the half. So basically, that touchdown was right before the half. And it was halftime, and like the Niners have been doing for a good portion of the year, not only do we score touchdowns on our first possessions of the game, but we start the half with touchdowns on our first possession. So with a 1 minute and 42-second drive that was 75 yards down the field in 6 plays, Brock Purdy threw that deep pass to CMC on the left side of the field. CMC was all by himself too.
He was on an island. He was on an island all by himself. I loved it.
All by myself.
Like me on the show by myself. All by.
Oh yeah, you were.
But isn't it something where we can finally be excited to have points on the opposite side of the half, right? Opposite side of the game. Whereas the second half, we couldn't even buy a touchdown, much less a field goal. We had to hold our breath to get something, a safety, a sack, a touchdown. And we always were trailing in the second half, or at least it seemed like that. I won't say that I shouldn't say always, but it was more popular that it seemed like we were always trailing. We don't have that problem. Even when we were down against the Eagles, that wasn't that bad. It was only 6 points. And once they got it back, they never let go. I mean, once they got here, it was over. I mean, my sweatshirt says it all, right? And there's the gun right there. And it's like, if
you got that old school.
I got the old school. I've seen
those that black market 49er thing that was going around when I was at Candlestick. I see the 40-ounce bottle with a 9mm shotgun, and it says 49. That was like the most funniest knockoff Niner shirt I've ever seen.
This is my favorite team. This is my.
And I was going to ask you before the show started because I wasn't going to criticize what you're wearing, but I was thinking like, Damn, I'm surprised. I thought I was expecting you wear your Niners starter jacket or some jersey or whatever, and I was like,
but I was like, well, the one I washed, the one I just had, I wore it today, and I washed it, so I knew it wasn't gonna be dry in time. So I was like, crap. And then I was gonna wear my old school. I was gonna wear my old school starter, but I was like, nah, forget it. So I was like, we'll go old school. We'll take it
I
back.
know. I was gonna say,
Take it
like,
back
hey, how
to the
come we're not wearing anything Niners? I didn't
I
realize
know.
that is some Niners stuff you got on. Yeah, yeah. For
There
those
it
who
is.
used to hang out at the Candlestick tailgates, you remember seeing that.
This
I
is
think they
the
still sell them at
tailgate.
Levi's. Yeah, I remember those. Okay, so after we scored that first touchdown, we forced the Arizona Cardinals to punt, and then we had the ball. We punted after. Right after that, the Arizona Cardinals did march down the field for 6 minutes and 18 seconds for 81 yards, a 12-play drive, and here they go with their kicker again. Matt Prater does hit another field goal. This time it was only a 28-yarder, but I just hate it when kickers make field goals against us. It's so annoying. Soon after, though, later to cap off the third quarter, the 49ers had a 57-yard drive. We started at the 40-yard line, basically for 3 minutes and 12 seconds, a 9-play drive. Another CMC touchdown, this time with just a little 1-yard run up the middle, and all he does is score touchdowns, basically. Yep.
All we do is win, no matter what. Win, no matter what.
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled. First down.
I love that song.
First down, Philly, 840. First down, Philly, 840 in the fourth. And let me see. I don't know where they're at. I think they're in the middle of the field. Yep. First down, Philly, 840.
Oh, okay. Well, first down, Philly.
17-13.
Not to be confused with E40. All right. So, so that capped off the third quarter. Unfortunately, to start off there were some defensive lapses in this game. I'm giving you the light version of what happened, but I'll definitely give you guys the box score. I mean, we were firing on offense, but we had some defensive lapses in this game. I mean, this freaking
interception Seahawks. Oh. Go ahead. Interception Seahawks.
Who got it? Who got the pick?
Number 20. Number 20, Seahawks. Number 20.
Okay. Whoever that is. So thank you for getting that pick. Is he anywhere near to you bring them anywhere near to the red zone or
no? They intercepted in the end zone.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna get the ball in the 20 or 20. There you go. Hey, that's cool. At least they stopped them from scoring. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what we want. We need
exactly.
That was an interception on number 16 for the Eagles. Yeah, interception on number 16.
There you go. And this drive, our run defense, we mentioned it earlier. We didn't have Eric Armstead. We didn't have Javon Hargrave, but our run defense definitely took a nosedive, and the defense had some lapses. We were letting their tight end do some things against us. So basically on this drive, it was a 10-play drive, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 38 seconds. And the Cardinals just marched down the field on us. I mean, they had a freaking, they handed it off to their running back who I had never heard of, DeMercado, basically, who ran on the left side and ran for 49 yards. It had to be 49, didn't it? Ran for a 49-yard touchdown on us. And his name's Amari DeMercado. Never heard of this running back ever, Amari DeMercado, but now I know who he is because he just dusted up for a 49-yard touchdown. And I was like, oh gosh. I mean, I knew we had a sizable lead, but it was like, come on, we gotta do better than this on defense. But hey, we had the ball right after. Started the drive off of the 25-yard line, 9-play drive, 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Brock Purdy, he's like, hey, let me throw this to you, Deebo Samuel. A deep 19 yards down the field, touchdown. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Purdy and Deebo, that connection's been hot as of late. They were, against the Eagles, Deebo was running like the Tasmanian devil, throwing a little short little pass.
Not the Tasmanian devil.
That's what I call it.
I know. And the thing I didn't like about the defense is how many rushing yards were allowed.
Yeah, we gave a lot.
That was the highest. Now we gave up a lot. So I'm like, yeah, we gotta tighten that up because going up against Baltimore, that's not. Yeah, no game is easy. I don't care because this game could have went either way because of how many rushing yards were allowed. Just that alone could have shifted that pendulum. In my opinion, but. I'm glad that it didn't. I'm glad that we were on the positive end of everything, and I'm glad that we just stayed. Like I said, we stayed on that focus the entire game, even though they had more. We only had possession for like less than 30 minutes. It was like 25 minutes and some change, and they had it for like the other 30 and 30 and some change. So yeah, something to think about going into next Monday night.
And some change. So we got some comments in the chat. Daniel Armstrong says Love got the interception. Julian Love is a safety for the Seattle Seahawks. And throwback put there. I said Jalen Hurts got picked. Randy Daytona was celebrating the interception. He said Revis silent. Okay, well, definitely wasn't Revis, but Daniel Armstrong says Pete Carroll and his chewing gum. LOL. I like Pete Carroll, but I hate to see. I can't stand Pete Carroll. I liked him when he was on the Niners as our defensive coordinator, though. I believe it was only 1 year, but we had a very successful defense that year, so I do remember that.
You did,
and
I remember that. Yeah.
Hopefully, Seattle would say, "Hey, beat those damn Eagles." It's bird on bird crime tonight.
Right, bird on bird crime. I'll say the same thing.
We've been having a bird buffet, and we've been eating up some birds, and those two birds are going to be eating each other up. And so after that 149-yard touchdown, again, I mentioned that we scored with Debo, the 19-yard one for Purdy. Purdy was just being Purdy again. And on the drive right after that, though,
he's Purdy. Okay, he's Purdy.
Yeah, he sure is. And hey, what do you know? The Niners did pick off Kyler Murray with Mooney Ward got another interception. This time he didn't take it back to the house, but got another nice little interception. And love interceptions. We lead the league in interceptions. Actually, we need to get more pick sixes though. Hopefully in the playoffs we get some pick sixes. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So the 49ers did have the ball.
We can get one. If we can get one against Lamar, I'd be so happy. I'd be eternally grateful for it.
Nighthawk says Brock is the next MVP. He very well could be. Very well could be. And Daniel Armstrong says, Bashar, if you have IG, I can send you the pictures of Niners. Yeah, go ahead. I have an Instagram. Just go to 49 Minded on Instagram. I'm on there. Go ahead and send me whatever you want to send me. And do that. I was trying to stream live to Instagram today. I messed up the protocol though. It's a new feature that they offer where you can stream on Instagram while you're streaming on YouTube, but I messed it up, and I'll get it going next time. But that is a link to my Instagram. It's very easy to find me on there, and show me whatever pictures you got. That's cool, as long as they're not X-rated, and we're good. So. All right, so we got the. There you go. I had to throw. I'm always throwing in little cheesy jokes. So the next drive after that interception from Mooney Ward, it was the second interception of the game. The 49ers had a 6-play drive, started the 47-yard line, and a 3-minute drive. We had a 43-yard field goal by guess who? Say it.
I can't.
You can't say it? You can't. I was waiting for this.
I can't.
I was waiting for this grand announcement.
I know. Jake Moody.
I wasn't expecting an operatic performance.
I don't know who that guy is. I know, right?
It's the guy who always looks like he's sad.
Where's the bat signal?
I know. It's the guy who always looks like he's sad. And to round the game off, we had our backups at this point in time in the game, and I'm not sure if that was you know what? Come to think of it, I think when we kicked that field goal was when Sam Darnold was in the game. So
yes.
So just
and that was at the end, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. He threw a 17-yard pass to Juszczyk. Let's see if he had any other noticeable passes. 3-yard pass to Juwan Jennings, and we ran the ball a little bit on that drive. But and right after it was garbage time at this point in time, the Cardinals started the ball at the 25-yard line, had a 75-yard drive, and they threw a little 8-yard TD to Higgins. And at that point in time, it didn't matter. It was 45-29. Niners are victorious in the desert of Arizona, but there's plenty of Niner fans that live out there, and they love the Niners. And Niner fans showed out from all over, showing up to the game. California Niner fans, Niner fans from Texas, and tons of people were at the game. But the stat line, I have the box scores right in front of me. Brock Purdy, 16 for 25, 242 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. CMC, Christian McCaffrey, 18 carries, 115 yards. Just another day at the office for the guy. Could possibly win the MVPs in the runnings. 1 TD for him, rushing. Jordan Mason, 5 carries for 20 yards, doing his little thing. And Debo, 1 run for 11 yards. Receiving, CMC was a leading receiver. Okay, there you go. 5 receptions, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns, was only targeted 5 times. George Kittle, 2 receptions, 54 yards, a little bit of a quiet game for him. Debo, 4 catches for 48 yards, 2 TDs. Gotta love Debo. This was a disappointing one. I love Ayuk, and I never, ever criticize him, but 3 catches for 37 yards. I think there was 2 plays. The one play in particular was on the left side of the field with some deep pass. Right. And Purdy launched it through. It was a really nice looking deep throw in.
What?
Ayuk underran it or something. I
don't know. Or dropped it or something. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like.
And there was another one later in the game where Ayuk, I thought Ayuk could have it. I forgot what that other play looked like, but
I mean, when it's all said and done, and we really need those plays, can't do that. Can't, because that gets you off the team. And
Oh, you're
It's
trying to
like,
kick him off the team now.
I know, just go. Just go. No, it's just, I mean, at this point, it's like careless mistakes just can't happen. Of course, I want him to stay, but I mean, we
Careless
understand this is
whispers.
right.
George, let's think about George
No,
Michael.
not George Michael, no. But
Oh,
at the end of the day, it's like this business is business, and this is not a what did you do? What have you been doing? Is what have you done for me lately?
yeah. I mean, I don't
And
want
if you
Ayuk
keep
to do
this
that,
up,
pull that
then
off in big games where we throw to him downfield and he has a
yeah,
little hiccup.
same
Because he had a
here.
hiccup in the previous game. He dove for that pass and it bounced off his hands, and it ended up being an interception because the ball bounced off his hands. And then later in the game, Purdy threaded the needle, boom, and Purdy threaded the needle, and it was freaking what happened? Oh yeah, Ayuk had all this yak yards running down the field, and then next thing you know, he probably could have had a touchdown, but he couldn't hold on
Yeah,
to the ball. And some dude
should
from
have.
behind him just
Yeah,
slapped the ball out. And I love Ayuk. I don't want to
yeah,
criticize him, but when there's plays where Purdy's launching and airing it out deep, and he's open, you got to get those. And especially when we play
yeah. You
against
got
these
to
good
catch those
teams,
balls. Yeah,
against
you
the
got to catch
Ravens
balls.
and
Yeah.
whoever else we're playing. But let's finish up the stat line. But shout out to I want Ayuk to definitely do better.
Me
Three
too.
catches, 37
Me
yards.
too.
He could have had a whole lot more.
Oh, I
That's
agree.
okay. We
I agree.
won. We won.
We
And
won 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
one thing
30
I will say that was
seconds.
annoying about this game, I noticed we were forcing fumbles, but we were not recovering them. We forced 3 fumbles in this game that we did not recover. So we definitely got to be on top of that. We did get the picks, though. We got the picks.
Yeah, we did. We did. That's the main thing. But like you say, like I agree with you. Like we can't. We really, it sounds like it sounds like married with children, right? We can't have one without the other. But at the end of the day, it's like we can't have this if we're not doing that. And we have to be consistent on all facets, not just one part or another part. Because, like I said, it is a what have you done for me lately, and it is a business that can get you, traded or or released, whatever the case may be. So we really have to be mindful of that. And I'm not saying this game was a trap. Yeah, it could have been if the momentum stayed how it was in the beginning, because Kyler was hitting. He was hitting on every snap he was hitting. He did not miss. So we can't have that. And I get it. We had 2 people out, but still, it's like we have all this other personnel step up. We got to make that happen. Otherwise, we could be sitting at home too in January. I hope not. We shouldn't be, but I don't see it getting that far.
And I forgot to mention on the second touchdown that Debo did get, that was on the left corner of the end zone. Brock definitely threaded the needle on that play. It was a back shoulder type throw. It was a thing of beauty just to see and Debo make the adjustment on the catch too. He made a nice little adjustment and turned around and caught it, and he was covered fairly well. But yeah, it was a really nice throw, and him and Purdy just making magic happen. And I can't say enough about Purdy. And let me just mention some defensive stats really quick. Here we go. So leading tackler was Diamador Lenore. I really like what he's been doing this year. 7 tackles. Fred Warner, 7 tackles. Dre Greenlaw, 7 tackles. Ji'Ayir Brown, 5 tackles. And sacks. Fred Warner had half a sack. What else? Nick Bosa had a sack. Shout out to Bosa. Javon Kinlaw, 1 sack. And Chase Young with a half a sack. Chase Young has been getting limited reps lately. I think they're just saving him for the big-time games we got coming up. And I don't know. We do have a nice little defensive end rotation, and things will definitely look a lot better pass rush rise once Javon Hargrave comes back, and Armstead even helps in the middle too. And the run defense better get better. Let me just show you the game stats really quick, because 49ers had 262 passing yards. Cardinals had 202 passing yards. 49ers had 144 rushing yards. Arizona had 234 rushing yards. So what'd you think of that?
I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like, you know why? Because it hasn't happened all season, which is a great thing, obviously. And that just shows how much Hargrave and, our how much our staff was out and how much they were needed. And side note, under 2 minutes left. Seahawks have the ball. They could drive down and take the win. Hopefully they do. It is still 17-13 with 1:52 left. So they just went to commercial break. And they still have the 1 timeout. Thank God. Pete Carroll, he's using his brain. But back to
Bubblegum Pete.
Can't go wrong. I should just send him
when you see
just
him
get him some
chewing that
tropical fruit bubblicious, right?
When you see him chewing that bubble gum, though, Don't you feel like you just want to punch his face? Like just give him one good punch in the
Yes.
jaw?
I just want to see. I just want to see him blow a big bubble and just go.
Burst this bubble.
Oh, yes, I just want to burst his bubble, literally.
There you
But
go.
that's what I mean. Like if we see where our personnel is needed, and then you see there's areas where we can do without, but we have to stay on. We just have to stay on pace. We can't use the excuse is we can't be effective without people when they're with people out. That's what I mean to say. We can't use that excuse because we're 3 games away from going into the playoffs, and we're 3 games away from taking first
Playoffs.
place. Playoffs.
I had to say it. Sorry. I apologize
Hey,
to
we
our
all
viewers.
we all we all love Jim Mora. We do. I mean, because
We do.
playoffs. You need
And
you need a
let's talk
49 for that.
let's talk about this team that we're playing up just for a few minutes. The Baltimore Ravens were coming off of a victory against the Cincinnati Bengals of 34-20. They have an 11-3 record. Lamar Jackson's their quarterback, and they got a really fierce pass rush. Hear that they lost to one of their running backs.
Beat up on Trevor Lawrence last night.
Yeah, they did.
No, Liz. Yeah, 23-7.
Well, who beat up on the Texans?
No, it was Baltimore and Jacksonville last night.
Okay. I thought it was hang on. Oh, I had the wrong sports product. My bad.
No, you're good.
I didn't have the full thing for the season. Yeah, it was the Jaguars. You're right. So yeah, 20. My bad. I had the. I don't know because I didn't hit the just thing I went to where I didn't expand it.
See, we got you. We're here.
There you go. Thank you for helping me out with that one. 23-7 yesterday. That's what it was. There you go.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, 171 yards, throwing 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 12 carries, 97 yards. This guy like Lamar Jackson is a different type of quarterback. He's not going to wow you with his passing stats, but he's a fierce runner. And I hated having Kyler Murray run on us yesterday. It was a bit annoying, and it's annoying playing these Russian quarterbacks. So we'll see how the defense plays.
We're not good against mobile quarterbacks. We're really not. They're not. Then they, like I said, got to tighten that up because the joke about Lamar Jackson is he's a crackhead, and if you watch Friday, then you know that you ain't catching a crackhead. So it's like
maybe we should throw.
We need to.
He just had to go there. Was Keaton Mitchell the running back that got injured for the why am I forgetting the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens? I think it was Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah.
I believe he's their little fast running back that is super explosive, and I was worried weeks ago about it was Keaton Mitchell. Dude is super fast. He's only 192 pounds, and he is just like when I was mentioning Speedy Gonzalez earlier, like the way Kyler Murray runs is. I think this guy's even faster. He's one of the faster running backs. Him and Devon A-Chain. And I was worried about facing this guy, but he's not even going to play. Apparently, he had some type of knee injury going on. They had to cart him off the field, so not good for the Ravens. But I don't know who else they have to step
for
up.
The season. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they do have another running back, Gus Edwards. I think he's a bit of a different type of runner.
I think you're right. Yeah,
he's a. Let's see how big this guy is. I don't think he's a little guy that Keaton Mitchell is. Baltimore Ravens running back. Gus Edwards. So he's 6'1", 238. Yeah, definitely your power runner, completely different type of runner. So that's good. That team just runs the ball very well. They always have a strong offensive line. Hargrave and Armstead better be back for this game. I mean, we talked about that. We talked about them not being there. Kalia Davis and Kinlaw and Givens didn't really show out. We want to be next man up. He's like you said, we don't want to use injuries as an excuse for certain players not being in the lineup because we want certain guys to step up, and we're going to say we have some depth at whatever position that we have. And so it's going to be tough. We got to stop that run. We had the best run defense in the league prior to the Cardinals game. I'm sure that's going to go down a bit now. And then this Ravens team runs the ball exceptionally well. They always do. They have a great O-line, and Lamar Jackson himself, like we mentioned, loves to run. How's the update on that Seahawks and Philly game looking?
1 minute left, 2nd and 10 on the Seahawks side of the field. I think they're closing in towards midfield as we speak. So that's why I'm kind of looking here.
So Daniel Armstrong says, "Wow, a miracle catch from Metcalf."
It was. I just saw it. So he was coming down and he caught it like on his thigh, and then it went behind like on his butt. And I was just like, "Damn, he caught that." So, yeah, it's a miracle catch. It is 1 minute, 2nd and 10, and they're about to snap it. Let's see what happens. Oh, you dropped it. Oh, that's not good. Crap. Now it's about to be 3rd and 10 with 56 seconds left.
All right, and and
Well,
now
I guess the Eagles are going to have the same record as. Oh God.
oh, so are they gonna? So the Seahawks need to convert, right?
They do now, yeah, because now it's a 4 down and number 15 dropped it.
I'm looking at Drew Lock's stat line: 20 for
Or
28,
16, excuse me, 16.
145 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Yeah, he definitely needs to play more like he did against us. These teams always just play. They play up against the Niners. They play up to the competition.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. Like the division always plays their best hand against us. Always. Deep pass, and it's a catch. We have a catch. First down, number 14, with 49 seconds left. Oh, it's getting hairy. And they are in striking distance. Oh, that's DK Metcalf for a big, I think it's like a 20-something yard game. They are now on the Eagle side, 30-yard line, 42 seconds left. 1st and 10, just snapped, and he just threw it out. Okay. So
yeah, like I said, Drew Lock probably had the throw of his career against us on that DK Metcalf touchdown.
Yep. Because when
Thomas was right there.
Yeah, and the thing is, when Metcalf caught that, that's the end zone that I was sitting in. So that was where he caught it. Obviously, it's a section 100, but I was section 200. So I saw the whole thing. I was like,
"You should have disrupted him before. You should have disrupted him before he caught the ball."
Like, all right.
Avery Thomas was right there, step for step. I really thought he was. It looked like he was going to knock it
down.
But
I did too.
Drew Lock made the throw of his career on that play. He came out playing really nice, and he had him played in the game in quite some time actually, and he was a bit of a game manager. He had about 16 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. The last year he was a full-time starter for the Broncos, and he got ran out of town fairly quick, and they brought in Russell Wilson, and that was that. But yeah, so we'll stick around till this game ends. I think everybody wants to know what this I could probably run it on my little stream too, on my little tab. Might as well cheat a little bit.
I can tell you right now, it's 3rd and 10, 33 seconds left, 1 timeout for the Seahawks, and Drew Lock threw it, and somebody dropped it, or it just kind of sailed in the air, and it ended on the ground. Same spot, 3rd and 10, 33 seconds left, just snapped. Uh-oh! It's a touchdown! Oh, my gosh.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Randy Elite is celebrating Go DK, so... There you go.
Number 11 with the catch. Number 11, Smith and Jigba for 29 yards.
Oh, he's good. Yeah, Smith and Jigba
19-17 Seahawks. Oh, boy.
He made a really, really nice catch against us. He's got some nice hands, and he was really good coming out of Ohio State. And Seahawks got some plans for him in the future, no doubt. And I just saw the catch right now. I'm running the stream on a different tab right now, and I'm watching everything on delay, but just to see what it looks like is okay for me, even though I see it after you guys. No big deal, and that's cool. Did you guys know that we got the Eagles defensive coordinator fired? Or basically he's not fired technically, but they demoted him. On the side, yeah, they brought in Matt Patricia as their D coordinator now. If you see Matt Patricia on the sidelines, yeah, he's their D coordinator. They got the big beard. They just showed him. Well, at least on my end, but I'm watching on delay. Okay. I just saw the touchdown.
Isn't that crazy? That's wild. That was a good throw. That was a good one.
Yeah, like I told you, Drew Lock played the game of his life against us, and not the game of his life, but he made some nice throws against us. And I was like, where's the same Drew Lock that's supposed to be helping us out? So he just helped us out right there. I saw that touchdown. I saw it late, but it's cool that I saw it. Oh, there goes Pete Carroll.
We have.
I saw Jalen Hurts on the sidelines looking hella mad,
looking all defeated.
Yeah, he was sitting down, and Drew Lock's all pumped up, like he just won the Super Bowl.
Drew Lock's like, what?
I'm about to take your job, Geno Smith.
Right? You
got 2 mediocre quarterbacks. He had a lot of time to throw on that play. Just Jigba had a lot of nice separation.
Yep.
I think he burned Bradbury, if I'm not mistaken. Is number 24 Bradbury, or is that Darius Slay?
I think you're right. I think it is.
Couldn't see the back of his jersey. And the extra point, they made the extra point. Okay, there you go.
Yep.
So, Seahawks got the lead. All right, cool. I didn't even bother to glance to see what the score was. All right, so cool. Hold on. So let's hold on to that lead. Let's hold on to that lead. Come on.
Yeah, 28.
We all hate the Seahawks, but hey, today we are rooting for them because we have to.
The problem is the Eagles have all 3 of their timeouts, so they can go all the way down the field. I'm like, oh.
Remember, I mentioned kickers earlier. I don't know how good their kicker is or how bad he is, but the kicker obviously plays a factor in possibly giving them a chance to tie up the game. And yeah, let me know how the kickoff goes. Did they do the kickoff already or?
Nope. We're going into.
It's my TV ahead of y'all's. So Daniel Armstrong, she's watching on TV. I'm watching it on a delayed stream on my computer, so mine is different. But she's watching on TV. But keep in mind when we're talking and then you see us on YouTube, there's a delay on that end too. So even if you're watching the same live feed that she's watching and it's timed exactly the same, what we say on here is still a delay for you on your end. So pretty much how that works. But if you want to be a spoiler in the chat, go ahead. we welcome that. It's okay. We won't get mad at you. We won't boot you off or ban you from the chat. We got Randy Elite Daytona says if we don't lose against the Ravens or Washington, we can sit everyone for the last game. I would love to have a game where we could just rest people. I would totally be for it.
Same.
Yeah.
Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10, 22 seconds left, and they are still in their own end zone, 25-yard line. Let's see. Come on, Jalen. Come on, get them down. Oh God, here we go. First down into the 50-yard, 45-yard line. 12 seconds.
This is on the opposite 45-yard line where they didn't cross the 50 yet. Okay. Thank you for. What up, Andy Land? It says 22 seconds left in the game. Good. What the high score? This guy, good dude. Andy Land, 27. What's up, bro? Come on, Seahawks. Hold on to this lead. Do not choke. Right.
12 seconds. 12 seconds.
The show is basically over until the game's over. Basically. So we put it. And shout out to Regent Shell. If you want to follow her on her Instagram, I put the link to her Instagram account, her IG in the chat. Sorry, the description box of this video.
This was fun. Oh,
and first time having Regent on. We've been buddies for quite some time from Twitter Spaces, and been a lot of fun. And hopefully the Seahawks hold these ugly birds off. I mean,
right. 13 seconds, 1st and 10 on their side. Oh, he just threw it deep. Intercepted. Yes. Seahawks. Game over. Yes. Yeah.
Arsenio Hall. All right, cool. We stuck around for something good then. I was like, we're going to stick around until this game ends. And great. Awesome. We can celebrate.
Thanks for having me. That's awesome.
So that
yay.
Yeah, that gives us a little bit more of a cushion now.
That
so who got the interception? Was it Love again? He said 2 interceptions. Was it the same guy? Was it Love, number 20?
It was the same guy. Yep.
Oh, wow. Good for him. He had himself a game.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah.
Yep. And little do they know they're helping out the Niners, their nemesis. So
right? Their enemy, right?
Because we so bright that we shine in. All we know was the Niners. Shout out to Wayne Breezy, faithful to the Bay song and the Travis King.
He's so faithful to the Bay.
Got to celebrate with my little victory water celebration.
Celebrate with my victory.
I was drinking this the other night when I was on with
49.
I was on with the Raj on Friday, and I was drinking this, and somebody's like, "Oh, look at Bashar in his sippy cup," and I was like, "This is a really nice tumbler I got. It's got like a marble.
That's a nice tumbler.
It's got like a marble finish to it." And some people saw like, "Is that dirty?" It's like, no, it's not dirty. It's just got a matte marble finish to it. It's really nice, and I'm addicted to drinking out of that damn thing. We're undefeated ever since I bought it. So, hey,
love it. I love this. I love this. This is energy I love. Right. Yep. We just need this now going into next Monday, and we'll be.
Yes, I totally agree. Well, appreciate everybody up in the chat. We're a little bit lower view cap. I think people were watching the game and doing their Christmas shopping and whatever. But people can always hit up the replay and watch the replay, and it's all good whenever you watch it, whether it's live or after the fact. We appreciate you. And Reg, just let everybody know what's going on with you, and and where they can find you. And
like you said, IG. Usually there posting pictures that I take, and Bashar and I
talk about your photography. Talk about your photography.
Oh yeah, just do it for fun. It's a hobby. Been doing it for 10-ish years now. Never really had like a good camera that takes good pictures. You always have that throwaway or the newest camera at the time. So I didn't have the latest and greatest like I do now. So it's just a hobby that it used to frustrate the hell out of me because I wasn't getting all my angles and the lighting and all that stuff right. But over time, you get better, and now it's something that it's always something that I love to do. It's my outlet. So I post pictures all the time. So yeah, if you want to hit me a follow, go ahead. I don't do the podcast thing. I know people are lightweight trying to get me to do this, and I'm like, yeah.
Well, you've been going on with Terror, right?
I have, but it's not a set in stone thing. It's just more like, okay, hey, you want to come on Thursday? Yeah, I'll come on Thursday. So follow
every now and then.
Follow everybody. Yeah. We're probably gonna go on Thursday morning, this Thursday at 7 a.m, because he's on the East Coast. He's in North Carolina, so 10 a.m. his time is kind of like the way that the time that works, and then 7 a.m. obviously works for me as well because I can log on, chop it up for a bit, and then go on back to work. And there you go. But yeah, podcasting, I don't have a channel or anything, but I do jump on
little guest spot.
I got my little guest spot, like with the superstar over here. This guy right there. He's
no
awesome.
Superstar, but
oh, he's a superstar. He's my
superstar. What was that song? Ghetto Superstar.
That too.
Like, that old dirty bastard, and who was that one girl on there? Not Aaliyah. Maya. Yeah. Some name that had a at the end, not Aaliyah.
Right. Yeah. No.
R.I.P. Aaliyah though.
Not
Ghetto Superstar. It's an old school 1998, I think, song. It was from a movie. Wow. Yeah, that's all I remember. Yeah. But hey, great having you on Wretched Show. Niners are definitely on the right track. Things are looking good. Purdy's playing like an MVP. Whether he wins it is a different story. Maybe he does, but if he doesn't, that's okay. As long as the team does what we want them to do. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but you know where I'm going with it. This team looks like they're on the right track. Nighthawk says the 49ers are the number one seed. Here we come. Yes, sir. We've been the number one seed, but we're holding on to it. We got a bit of a lead on it now, which is nice.
Yeah.
The Eagles are starting to look like pretenders, and it's beautiful. We are looking like the best team in the NFL. And the choke job is real. There you go. And Dom DeSandro can sit on the sidelines all he wants. He got banned actually on the sidelines, and that's cool. Randy says they don't know who we be. Yeah, we are number one seed. Great to be a Niner. Love this team. Just the defense, offense, all that. It's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. Oh, there you go. He said, I knew it was from some Warren Beatty hip hop associated movie. I just didn't remember the name. But he said it's from Bulworth. Bulworth is where Ghetto Superstar is from. I remember that. Oh, okay. Tommy Huxley's here. He says Eagles suck. Good to see you. But again, thank you guys for watching 49. These people I'm trying to close the show, and the people are just saying silly things in the chat. It's throwing me off base. So let me just sit around and read the chats really, really quick. If the 49ers win against the Ravens, the Lions, Dallas, the Eagles lose, they secure their number one seed. There you go. And with Warren Beatty, yes, sir. Unlock the offense. Oh, Drew Lock. Yeah. Took him a while. I said something about it. I was like, man, no touchdowns for him this game. He was throwing some TDs against us. Where's that same Drew Lock guy? And lo and behold, a minute later, he threw a TD. So, hey, maybe I inspired him. I don't know. Who knows? And Rick Diaz is here. We got a lot of people showing up late after the game. They're kind of celebrating, I guess. What's up, my friends? I guess we could stick around for maybe 5 more minutes. I was trying to close the show out, but I don't know what else we could really talk about. Just people in the chat can give us something to feed off of, or do you have a jersey that you plan on buying anytime soon? Because sometimes that's how it goes. Like when the Niners have like a great season and certain new Niner players emerge, people are like, I'm going to get his jersey.
Yeah, I kind of want to get McCaffrey's in black, and I want it stitched. I want the black, the color black. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. It's like I want everybody's jersey. I really do. I want everybody on the squad. That's just me. But it's like,
you know what?
I want Huff's jersey in white. But getting it stitched is an arm and a leg. But
I love saying his name. Talanoa Hufanga. I got to meet him at training camp. The nicest, really, really nice. One of the nicest Niner players I've ever met. Super friendly and humble. Really, really good guy. And so shout out to him. I felt so bad when I found out he was out for the season. We're gonna have an ACL tear right after that Tampa Bay. I was like, my heart sucked. I was like, I was so happy that we whooped Tampa Bay, but Purdy had this amazing game that I found out. Hufanga's out. We're like, that sucks. Well, at least we drafted Ji'Ayir Brown. He had an interception his first game, and He's looking really nice. I like Terry Brown.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's looking really good. Like he came into the role and he's just doing his job. Like that's all we're trying to say about Purdy. Like he's doing his job. Like let him cook, let him work. I
Let
get
cook.
it. Let the man cook his meals. 15-3. Golly, like what do you guys want him to do? Like,
Golly. So to the people
golly.
hopping in late, we actually recapped the basically because I didn't do a post game show yesterday, so today was my post game recap. I prefer to do them after the games, but yesterday I had things to do afterwards, so I was like, oh, no worries, I'll do it on Monday. And Red Jet Shell, who was known up in the chats, she did the honor to be my guest tonight. So appreciate you. Been talking about having you on for quite some time. We finally went about doing it. So let's see what the chat's got to say. David Yin Yang Twins is here. He says, "What's up, y'all?" A lot of people are celebrating the fact that we are maintaining the number 1 seed. We have a lead on it, you could say. Rick Diaz says, "Merry Christmas to everybody. All the faithful remember we still got another bird that we gotta catch." Yes, the bird buffet definitely continues. But we've been eating up the birds. Who knows if we play the Eagles again in the playoffs? If we do, we're gonna stop them again. I don't care.
I don't care.
And
same.
Nighthawk says some people are talking bad about Brock. What do you think?
Some goes on and on. Oh God, we don't want to talk about. We don't. I don't appreciate the slander about Montana. I mean Purdy. Did I say Montana out loud? I'm sorry. That was rude.
Shout out to Joey Mahoney. He kept saying that he thought the Eagles were going to lose, and I was like, and I was talking to him about it. I was all, well, is the game going to be in Philly? He's like, no, it's in Seattle. I was like, okay. Once he told me it was in Seattle, I felt a little bit better about it. I was like, we'll see. I'm not counting on them to do it, but I'll definitely take it. And we actually stuck around to see if the show was basically over in terms of my questions and recapping yesterday's game, but we stuck around because we were in the fourth quarter of this Eagles game and we wanted to see who was going to win. And Red Shell had the game on her TV in front of me. She's watching the game, and some people in chat were watching it and give us updates. And it's just cool to get this thing going, get it popping. We got a nice hold on the number 1 seed. It's beautiful. And I remember Joey was like talking about the Eagles, like he was worried because the Eagles kept winning and winning. He's like, man, that team never loses, and we're never going to get the number 1 seed. I was like, hold on, Joey. I don't know, I like what I see about this team, and maybe we'll find a way. Maybe the Eagles will hit a little streak, and lo and behold, people are figuring what did Nick Bosa say? The 49ers put out the blueprint to beat the Eagles, and said Ji'Ayir got all mad, former Philadelphia Eagle linebacker. Oh, who's Nick Bosa to say that he was getting worked by Lane Johnson? Blah 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 blah. And then when the Eagles lost to the Cowboys, he's like, "Oh, this is a bad football team that disguised themselves as a good football team." Yeah. So that's what they did. We got Build the Wall flexing on the Niners. We also of the Washington Nets. Okay, we play the Commanders coming soon. I know you live out in the area, so you're going to be happy to watch that game, Nighthawk. I know you live out in the DC area. Gotcha. And I'm not sure who you're referring to, Rick Diaz. Hello, Miss Fowler. Who's that? I don't know who that is, but let us know. Some secret person in the chat, perhaps. David Yang says Hurts has been bad all year. Another two interceptions tonight. Okay, I didn't know. I know he threw that. Oh, there you go. Yep, they're both to love, right? Yep.
Yeah,
that's right. Joey is laughing for some reason. I don't know why. I just make him laugh. Yeah, he always laughs whenever I talk. I don't know. I guess people think I'm a clown. He didn't laugh too much tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing my job properly. But oh well.
Wow.
We had a share of laughs. And Eagles fans are probably crying tonight. Seahawks fans, I thought it was kind of funny because the Seahawks fans are kind of doing the 49ers dirty work tonight. It's just hilarious. We could just sit back there and and just play, twiddle our thumbs. And we got Brock Purdy as a quarterback playing like the best quarterback in the league. We got the NFC balling out of control. Debo's just exploding and getting TDs in his last few weeks of the season. Kittle's being Kittle, and Ayuk has himself some really, really good games, and then he kind of has some funny games where, he's got a deep ball thrown to him that he should get, and he doesn't get it. So you got to get those when we play the good teams.
Exactly.
Nighthawk says the show was great. Appreciate it. You guys make the chat great. You guys, the viewers, make the show. David Yang says Seth Joyner, ha ha ha, cry Eagles cry. Cry, Eagles cry. One time I sang that whole song. I don't know if there's an actual legit Cry Eagles Cry song with lyrics and everything, and I sang it when they lost. After they lost the Super Bowl to KC. I'm not sure if you saw that.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it might be on my Instagram. It was on one of our collab shows. Me and a few other guys, and I think I took it out and put it. If I find it on my Instagram, I'll play it or I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, I want to see that.
Okay, so Joey Mahoney says now the Ravens game is not a pressure. I was laughing at you because you were saying I said the Eagles never lose. Oh yeah, I mean at one point in time the Eagles were pretty damn dominant at one point in the season. Well, I mean it was like dominant where they weren't making mistakes.
Right.
And he said, I missed your chat. Let me see which one in your chat. I'll get to your chat in just a second, bro. The Eagles weren't making mistakes, but they weren't necessarily blowing teams out either, and they were giving up, even in their victories leading up to when we played them, they were giving up points.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they had this dominant defense. The year before, their pass rush was amazing. And I was like, going into the playoffs last year, I was like, damn, Eagles almost got the same amount of sacks as the Chicago Bears did in that crazy 85 Super Bowl season for the Chicago Bears. So I'm scared to play this Eagles pass rush. And next, freaking Purdy hurts his elbow and whatever. We don't even have a quarterback in that damn game.
Exposed.
Yeah, it sucked.
I love it.
Daniel Armstrong, look for your chat. I don't know which one it is, but if you want to say something, go ahead while I look for this chat. What's Daniel Armstrong saying? Okay, I think this one. Says next week, let's go Dolphins and Giants and Vikings in week 16. Of course, go Niners. I guess that's what your chat was. Anything you want to add before we get going?
Other than thank you, I had fun. But finally go live. I know we have been chatting about it, so just to go live. I had so much fun. This was fun tonight. So
you had fun. I had fun. People in the chat had fun. Let's see what else he said. Feels good to win a game when the defense plays bad. Goes to show you how great our offense is under Purdy. Yes, sir. I totally agree. What's up, Real Teal? Good to see you here. He's a 49er fan, everybody. He roots for the other teams when it benefits the Niners. Just to let you guys know. We had a little mix-up last time he was in the chat. Real Teal, what's up, bro? He says, let's up and go Seahawks. Thank you. Yeah, Seahawks did our dirty work tonight. It's nice. You know what? But I always talk to this guy, Joey, about other teams, and I noticed this during the other seasons that, like, whenever we rely on other teams to win for us and help us out, it's like they don't do anything for us.
No, they don't do it. Right.
Yeah, we have to do all the work for ourselves, and everybody lets us down, and nobody wins any games for us. And
look what happened tonight. Right? We got a nice little gift tonight. I'll take it.
It did. Lately, things have been working in our favor. We mentioned this guy earlier because he just loves kickers. He loves Jake's booty.
Look who's here.
Smash like button everyone like a Jake Moody kickoff or Mitch Wishnowski punt. I don't know. Yeah, good to see you, bro. Just appreciate it. Good to see you, man.
Lives matter. Just remember that.
Kickers' lives matter. KLM. Brian Cope will be selling the t-shirts on his YouTube channel. Check out his YouTube channel, and he'll be selling those Kickers' Lives Matter shirts for everybody who wants to get them. And the other teams never help us. See, they don't. This is the one season where they do help us. It's kind of weird, but I'll take it. We finally have a quarterback too. It's the number one seed locked up. It's pretty close to being locked up. It'll be officially locked up when, last week of the season or second to last week, perhaps we'll find out. But we're getting there. We're getting there. He says facts. Okay, so we were going to close out the show 20 minutes ago or 15 minutes ago, and all this Eagles and Seahawks madness happened, which is cool. It's cool. Hey, that's what we're here for. We had fun. We started off the show with Red Jet Show. We were talking about our 49er experiences as a 49er fan. It's been a while since I talked about pizza on here. Talked about a little pizza, a little hip hop. She mentioned E40. E40 is my guy too. You mentioned E40 and a few other guys, but I love E40. And cry, Eagles, cry, as they say. Yes. We recapped the game. Daniel Armstrong says, week 17, I'm going to laugh at the Cardinals beat the Eagles. That'd be crazy. They'll make it so much easier for us. We shall see, though. Yeah. Okay. But any final words? We are officially going to end it right now. We tried to earlier, but we stuck around. Okay, go ahead. Give them what you got, Red Jet Show.
Go Niners. Keep your energy. Kicker lives matter. Bryant, you're the best. Bashar, you are the best. Thank you so much for the invite. Hopefully it's not the last. I hope I wasn't too boring, but I had a great time.
Likewise. People in the chat had fun. We had fun. We were recapping the game, and we were covering the Eagles and Seahawks game live as it was happening. And definitely just it was very important for the 49ers to have the Eagles fall tonight. It helps us a whole lot. Thank you guys for watching the 49er Minded Show with special guest Red Jet Shell, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. Keep repping those 49ers and stay 49er minded. Peace. Let's beat the Baltimore Ravens. Stay with me. We got to do a Bang Bang Niner gang. 1,
Bang, bang.
2, 3. Bang Bang Niner gang.
Niner gang.
Yeah.
Come on, 49er Fingers, let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick done quick.
49er mind.
Yeah. Yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mind.